What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, Muse AI. It's the new hot topic, of course. People are talking about it. People are crying about it. Blah, blah, blah. That's what the last video was about. Well, we will continue to talk about it because there was a new, I guess Phil Spencer did a podcast type of thing where he talked to the people, some of the people, and they went into depth. And I haven't watched it yet. I've seen the snippets of it, so maybe I'll watch it and I'll get a little bit more insight. But a lot of it is surface level kind of stuff that is probably not going to change anything. But I wanted to talk about something else. Not that, but how, for the longest time, I've always said that Jim Ryan was evil. A couple videos back, I said the moment when I knew he was evil is when he said that protecting the children's, and that's why we don't want it on Xbox or don't want to do crossplay or something like that. I can't remember. And yeah, from then I was like, yeah, this dude he don't care. And so another portion of that, another piece of that puzzle to show the industry, to show everyone that Jim Ryan was the worst CEO at PlayStation to date, why he got fired, he was given an ultimatum to retire early or to get fired. That's what happened. So Jim Ryan gave Shuhei Yoshida an ultimatum because he was hired as the CEO of PlayStation or whatever, and Yoshida was the I believe he was the PlayStation Worldwide CEO guy. He was the games guy. And Jim Ryan was like, yo, you're indies. Or see you later. Hit the dough, son. He gave him an ultimatum and said, either you're on indies or you're not here no more. Pack your bags. Which one's going to be? And people are trying to say, oh, Yoshida wanted to be on indies. I was like, well, I mean, the alternative is lose your job, to get fired, so leave the company. So I think more than anything else, he wanted to not be out of a job at that point. He had been there for decades and he just got demoted. You know who else got demoted? Herman Hulse. So here's the thing. Herman Hulse gets demoted by who? Hiroki Totoki, Japanese, right? Shuhei Yoshida gets demoted by who? Jim Ryan, Englishman. I think Hiroki Totoki was like, oh, this is how you did my boy Shuhei. Guess what? Demotion. The only reason why I'm going to say this, the only reason why Sherman Hulse isn't fired is because there's no one else to take his place right now. No one else that is knowledgeable, I would say, in that. I mean, honestly, I think anybody could probably take his place and do a better job than Herman Hulse, because Herman Hulse is, he is just running that company, the game side, as poor as anything. I mean, the combination of Jim Ryan and Herman Hulse were CEOs. I'm going to say it right now. Jim Ryan, a worse CEO than Don Matrick. I'm pretty sure I said that before in jest. But now, yeah, now it's for real. Because it's like, dude, I mean, I always knew Sony was evil, whatever, right? I knew they had, kind of slimy tactics, slimy ways of doing business, whether it's just business against their competition or it's just in-house stuff. And we see it firsthand from Shuhei. Shuhei has never been the type of person to lie and to scheme and to do things. Like, he's been a bright spot in the gaming industry. Even though he was with PlayStation, I've never had a problem with Shuhei. The only problem I had with Shuhei is when they did that Adam Boyce thing. Here's how you share a game. I was like, okay, all right. I mean, it wasn't evil. It was just it was a quick, easy punch down, uppercut, whatever you want to call it, to Xbox. So I was like, hey, you know what? That's fine. It's fair because Xbox dropped the ball. Shuhei and Adam just picked it up and ran touchdown. That's all that happened. So I can't blame Shuhei for that. That's the only thing that he's done that's been I wouldn't even say it's off color. It was kind of, I don't know if it was even his idea. I think it was Adam's idea. So, Shuhei was just, there to help or whatever. But he's never done anything malicious in the space towards any competitor in order to further their brand. And that's just not the type of person Shuhei is. That's, I think, one of the reasons why he left. The other reason is because he had no place there anymore. He's like, I can't do. Look, he's watching first party burn down in front of his eyes, and he's sitting here with all these indie things happening, and he's making the indie stuff happen. But he's like, I gotta get out of here. Y'all are just running this into every iceberg y'all see. It's like, oh, that's my gadoosh. I'm like, wow. I'm sure he's like, I'm gonna go now. Other thing. This is pertaining to Colin Moriarty. Now, Colin had Shuhei on his show. Or I think it was just an interview. I don't know. Anyway, the point is this. Colin goes ahead and says he was commenting on PlayStation games going to PC and how it's only for the Chinese market. Shuhei promptly corrects him. Remember when I said Colin leaves out information to make his argument seem more pro PlayStation, less pro Xbox and all that stuff? It's a perfect example. He said that the reason why PlayStation is doing the PC thing is for the Chinese market, to get those Chinese numbers. Shuhei said, nah, son. It's about, he said, no, he didn't say that. He said the biggest market for PC is US. He said US first and China. He said US first and then China. Why did Colin leave out US? Why did Colin do that? Because he doesn't want to make it seem that the US, where PlayStations are sold, they're going to buy games. They buy games over PlayStation games. And that's the thing. And Phil Spencer said it. And I don't know if Shuhei said it, but Phil Spencer said it. People on PC who buy PC games, who buy Xbox games and PlayStation games on PC are not going to buy a console. They're going to buy the games on PC, period. And so trying to convert PC gamers to console gamers, that's a lost cause. That's something that you shouldn't be doing if you're a business. And if you are trying to do that as a business, you should probably be out of business or going out of business. Hi, PlayStation, looking at you. So that's another instance where Colin Moriarty, promptly corrected by the man he's interviewing, the man that was in the trenches, that knows, he firsthand knows about these things. And so that's where I'm looking at Colin. I'm like, I know he's an intelligent person, but is his fanboydom, is his fandom blinding him to reality? Or is he actually losing some of his brain power? Or is he doing it maliciously and on purpose? And those are the questions you should ask about Colin Moriarty in this regard. Because, look, Shuhei, yes, he was PlayStation, but like I said, I had no issues with how he did business, how he conducted himself, how he presented, and how he helped the industry as a whole. But right now, what Shuhei is doing, he is giving us as Xbox fans and creators and the industry as a whole, gold, diamonds. He's given us so much invaluable freaking nuggets of morsels of how the inner workings at PlayStation were, and still is probably, that it's priceless. It's priceless. Because he's saying the stuff that no one else will say. He's saying the stuff to be the actual opposite, to contradict all of these fanboys and donkey unicorns. Colin, right in his face, like 2 seconds after he said it, right in his face, US and China. Freaking Jimmy Neutron with a beard. And a whole thing about Jimmy Neutron, Reforged Gaming, Lano, whatever his name is. Him and Destin are having a beef. I'm like, how? First of all, how? How's that a thing? And look, Jimmy Neutron, Crap Gamer, Tim Dog, I don't even know where he's at anymore. They all, who said that they were bitches? I think it was either Sean. I'm pretty much Sean calls everybody that, but maybe it was Dirt as well. And I have to agree. Because he's sitting there crying and complaining. Oh, they talk about me. Look, I'm like, just smack. What do you have testosterone in your body? Do you have balls? And I'm not saying this as like hyper masculinity or anything. I'm just saying, listen, if you're a punk and a biatch, then just admit it. If you want to cry and complain about people criticizing you, not even talking shite, just criticizing, you shouldn't be on the internet then. You should just pack it up, boy. Just get out of there. Because I mean, it's cringe watching. Like, I don't watch his show. I watch the clips that Fertanga and everybody else put up. And I'm like, that's all I can take, because I'm like, dude, if you're going to be whining and crying like a bi, your whole show, how do people I don't get it. That's why I'm like, look, I don't ever want to be in a position where I got to act a certain way in order to get, money like that. I want to act how I want to act. If y'all want to be down and say what's up and drop me 2 pennies or something like that, whatever. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about video games, keeping video games relevant, keeping video games live. That's the thing. I don't want to live in a world where video games are hampered or don't exist or are altered or aren't the result of the creative process from developers and creatives. The creativity of humans, the human race, human beings, is what makes art in general beautiful. They tie into and they tap into emotionality, whether it's through music or visuals or gameplay, storytelling, writing, all these things. And that's video games is that evolution of static art, of books, of television shows, movies. It's the next step. And I like it. Please, more. Thank you. But, at the same time, I want it to be good. I want it to be sustainable. All these things. And like I said in the last video, I'm looking at AI, what Microsoft is doing. Nobody else is doing this, by the way. Everybody else is like, yeah, look, you can make a video with some prompts and just throw it up there. It's like, that's not, no. Microsoft was sitting here like, look, we can use this to help build our games faster, better, stronger, blah, 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 right? Nobody, I saw those videos that they were showing, not those in particular, but other videos that were the same thing where the AI generated gameplay. I saw, I think a week or two ago about that, and I was like, oh wait, is that kind of the same? It wasn't the same bleeding edge videos, but it was another. It looked like Zelda or something. I forgot what. I don't even know what game they trained the AI on, but it looked similar. So when I saw the Microsoft ones, the Microsoft Muse AI videos, as far as the gameplay, actually it looked better than the previous ones that I had seen. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's about right. I hear people say, oh, it looks like crap. And that was Alex. Oh, it looks like crap. And it's 180p, blah, blah. I'm like, y'all are dumb. You're gonna go to an artist and grab his sketchbook and say, this is trash. Why are these sketches so rough? Dumb people. Dumb people say dumb things in this dumb world. Whew. But, I'm sorry. I know I tangented into AI, but the whole Shuhei Yoshida thing, I'm glad it's happening the way it is, because it is exposing fanboys, exposing the grifters. Well, they expose themselves. Pause. And it is exposing, most importantly, Sony and their business practices and how they deal with our legends of video games. There are a handful of legends. And I'll argue that Shuhei Yoshida is probably one of the legends of video games, especially, yes, on the Sony PlayStation side, yes, because he has been there for decades. And now, if you want to look at Xbox, you can say Peter Moore, because he brought it with the 360, and I'm going to say Phil Spencer, definitely. Is Satya Nadella? Not yet. I'm gonna say he probably is going to make it, only because he is facilitating this growth in the industry and for Xbox. He had the power at any second, any minute, any time to shut Xbox down. And that was the discussion. And Phil said, yo, blah, blah, blah. And Satya was like, interesting. He said, that's very interesting, Philip. I think I will. That's a bad Indian accent, by the way. I have to go back and listen to Satya, because I think I want to start doing Satya, because he's a gangster. I think he's more of a gangster than Phil Spencer, than Bill Gates. I don't think Satya has ever been to the island. Never, Paul. Anyway, next. So it's interesting times. I feel that we are on the precipice of something great happening in video games and technology. I said the last video. I'm gonna probably keep saying it every video, as well as Concord's a failure. Don't ever forget it. You got to say that every video. I think I probably forgot last video, but sorry, I'll say it again. Concord was a failure. Wow, Sony, thanks. So yeah, we got to say that every video. Never forget Concord. Keep it like that. And then I think the last but not least, we should close off by saying Xbox better. Hashtag Xbox better. I'm about to do a song or something, because, dude, I think it was Fortanga who started that in I think it was Reforge's chat or somebody's chat. And no, it was in MBG's chat, I think, or something. And it blew up, and now Boom is saying it on Twitter. I'm like, yo, okay, so Xbox better that's the thing now. So wow, it's fun. I always said, this generation, coming into this generation, watching PlayStation, watching the leaders, watching Sony, watching Phil, watching Xbox, and I said, it's the beginning and the end for PlayStation. They're going down, and it's not like it's like just watching what's happening, and it's happening. It's happening. There's no turning back. I mean, it's like a snowball. You can't stop this momentum, and it's not even about like positive momentum moving forward. It's about the negative momentum and the negative things that have set back PlayStation years in this industry. I mean, they're 10 years behind as far as doing multi-plat stuff, as far as PC goes. I wonder how long it's going to take them to actually fully go multi-plat in terms of Xbox. I'm going to say this right now. I already said it 4 years ago. I said day and date on PC for PlayStation. That's in the song. Go back and listen to Conning Souls. That's the song. And it's at the end of the song. It says, don't forget about, what is it? What are the lyrics? PS3, something, day and date on PC, something like that. I don't remember the lyrics. But that's gonna happen. Not day and date, but they're gonna put their games on Xbox. PlayStation games on that. I mean, they've already done it. Let's be real. MLB The Show. Yes, there's caveats to that, but it is according to Shuhei, because he broke it down what first, second, and third party is. People said there is no second party. Well, Shuhei begs to differ. So first party is IP owned by PlayStation, distributed by PlayStation, but can be made by third party studios. So they own the IP and they distribute the game, publish the game, but either first party or third party, second, whatever, can make the game, right? Second party is a game that PlayStation funds. He was just talking about PlayStation, but this applies to Xbox as well. A game that is funded by the console maker and published by them, but not owned. The IP is not owned, which means Spider-Man is second party. Wolverine, second party. They don't own the IP, but they're publishing the game. Second party. Exclusivity is not even a part of this conversation. We're talking about first, second, and third. Third party is they don't own the IP and they're not publishing the game. It's just on their platform. Third party. Capcom, Square Enix, all these things. Except like in the fact, like I said, if it's second party, if they contribute to the funding of making the game and possibly publish it, they probably will publish it as well. So that's the distinction. So if you look at PlayStation games, right? Helldivers 2, that's first party because they own the IP. Sony owns the IP. Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man games, second party, because they do not own the IP. Wolverine, same thing. Third party, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that was a quick little thing. Thank you, Shuhei. He's giving us gold. I tell you what. Thank you, Shuhei. I appreciate. And once again, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think about all the things. You know, about Jim Ryan being the evilest CEO and the worst CEO that PlayStation has ever seen. He was head of CEO for the failure of Concord, the worst game ever created in the history of video games. I mean, the worst. A lot of the worsts. Yeah, and Herman Health will soon be fired. And PlayStation, of course, is the third-party publisher. But they will be putting games on Xbox soon. But anyway, I appreciate. I can tell you, I want to the weed.